today what we're going to be doing is we're going to change the coil on an X22GT 250. All the bikes have coils on them, and they're all pretty well the same to change. There's no big specifics. This one's a little bit different because we have to remove this fairing and this fairing, and most likely I'll take the seat off. You don't have to take the seat off, but it's kind of nice to, if you want to see down, it'll give you a better light to take it off. So first we're going to start with our Allen keys. And we're probably going to need a number 5, I'm guessing. Yep. So I'll go ahead and pull this off. And this here, this isn't a hard one. Once you get it off, there's a couple of tabs that hold it up in place here. Just kind of give them a pull off. Up here is the same, couple of tabs. When you pull your fairings off, and you ever take your fairings off and you have to move them or anything, do not lay them down like that. That'll just scratch the outside of them. Make sure you lay them down like this. Try to put them underneath the bike. That way nobody comes along and steps on it while you're working on it. Next, I'm just gonna grab my Phillips screwdriver. Just give me one moment and I'll grab that. Okay, so then next you just take your Phillips screw out here. Again, just put it down with your other bolt there. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove this number 5 right here. Okay. And that gives us a good clear view of underneath where the carburetor is. But you'll see that your coil wire goes underneath here and right over the top of your carburetor, right here, and your coil comes up right underneath here. So again, I wouldn't have to really remove both sides in the seat, but I want you guys to get a better look at it, so that's what I'm gonna do. Taking off the other side is the exact mirror of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I removed the other panel on the other side. Now we're gonna remove the seat. On this bike, most motorcycles, the driver's seat comes off with a key. On this actual bike, the passenger seat comes off with the key instead, and this one is bolted on right underneath here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just loosen up these bolts, and we'll go ahead and get the seat off. And on this one, they're Allen key bolts. On some bikes, they're the same model as this. They're actually just a number 10 bolt. But it really doesn't make a difference which bolt holds it on. We'll go to the other side, I'll do the same thing. And again, when you're changing the coil, if you really know what you're doing, you don't really need to take this off. It's a lot easier for access. You have better light if you take it off. There you go. So now, we'll just set our seat up here for now. I'll put my 2 bolts back here. Now, if you look, your coil is right here. So again, you just follow your spark plug wire up to your coil, and you follow it right to here. And on the other side of this, there's a number 8mm bolt. That's what's holding that on. So you're just gonna need a little socket with an 8mm. And I'm gonna catch that from the other side, but I'll let the camera sit on this side so you can actually see how I take this bolt off. And it's usually not that hard. Once you get it to a certain point, it'll just come out with your fingers. Let's see if I can put my socket in there and just take it out like that. Yeah. So you just remove this bolt. A little stiff there at the end, so I'll get my ratchet back on it. When you're doing something like this and you're reaching around in the wires and stuff, something I really want you to check before you put everything back together is just to make sure that you didn't unplug anything or knock a plug loose. Because what will happen is you'll go ahead and you'll throw your bike all back together. You'll put all the fairings back on after you've changed the one part, but then, oh, your bike won't start. and it's probably just because when you were reaching around in here and stuff, you just knocked a wire loose. So that's something I really recommend you watch. Now you want to just pull this bolt out, get it out of the way, and then you'll see on some coils, at the back of the coil, you'll have the pulse wire, which is this yellow one right here. That sends a pulse from the magneto to here. This green wire is just a ground, and then there's another ground right here that your bolt actually grounds it to the bike. And then if you follow your coil wire down, it goes to your spark plug. So now all you do is you take your pull your wire off your spark plug here. I don't have to do this, I just changed this coil. But anyway, you go ahead and you pop your spark plug wire off. You pull these two wires out, put your new coil in, put the green in the green, the yellow on the black, and then you go ahead and put your coil back on. And so we're just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put the coil back into place. I'm gonna get my little nut, my bolt back in. And on every bike, coils are fallible. There's something you're gonna have to change no matter what. It's part of bike ownership. Coils go bad. So just kind of get used to doing all the work on your own bike yourself. You're gonna save yourself a lot of time, a lot of money. And myself, after I've worked on it myself, then I know it's done right and I don't have to worry about it. So that's the way I would rather do it. And again, when I get that nice and tight, I'm just gonna snug it. I want it to be tight, but I don't want it to be so tight that the bolt is about to snap off, or it seizes in there or anything like that. So just a nice little snug like that, that'll hold it in place, just like that. And that's how you change your coil.